Hey, retro gamers! Welcome back to a brand new episode of What's New on Batocera. It's been a while since the last video, mainly because we're getting close to version 42. Right now, the developers are fully focused on bug fixing rather than adding new features or new emulators. But honestly, it's also partly because I've spent quite some time playing Clair Obscur Expedition 33. But seriously, we still have some exciting updates to share before the final release of version 42. Let's jump straight into the latest news and features. First up, let's talk about the PS2 system and the Libretro PS2 Core, LRPS2. In version 42, we've added several new options you can configure directly from the emulation station menu. One of the coolest additions is Language Unlock. This option looks inside LRPS2's internal database to find language unlocks or override patches for your games. Here are some examples. Final Fantasy X International. By enabling Language Unlock, you can force the game to launch in English by default. The international release is a Japanese/Asian version that includes both Japanese and English language options, but defaults to Japanese. Essentially, it serves as an undubbed version with an English default setting. For many games, Language Unlock simply activates additional languages that are already present in the game code, but were never enabled by default. This means you can play more PS2 classics in your preferred language without manually patching each game. Now, let's move on to one of my favorite emulators, Sega Lindbergh. We continue to update it with the latest fixes and features, but today I want to highlight the new CPU speed option. This option is essential for running House of the Dead 4 at the correct speed. The goal is to match the emulator's clock frequency with your host CPU. You can leave the setting on auto, but if you notice the game running slow, try manually adjusting this value. For your information, if you're on an Intel N100 processor, set the CPU speed to 0.7 GHz. This specific value ensures House of the Dead 4 runs smoothly at the intended frame rate on this lower power CPU. We have a major update for the Flycast emulator and how it handles Dreamcast VMU saves. Before, Flycast named VMU files after your ROM file. That meant saves were tied to the exact ROM name, including any disk suffixes like Disk 1 or Disk 2, not ideal for multi-disc games such as Shenmue or Skies of Arcadia. With this update, Flycast now uses the game's ID to name VMU save files. This means all your saves stick to the correct game, regardless of ROM file name variations. Next up, let's dive into Namco System 22. The powerhouse 3D arcade board from the early 90s that redefined polygonal graphics and fast-paced gameplay. Now, Batocera gives this classic hardware its own dedicated platform for seamless emulation. System 22 powered some of the most iconic 90s titles, including Rage Racer, Ace Driver, Time Crisis, Alpine Racer. Batocera now treats Namco 22 as its own system, so all your Namco 22 ROMs belong in the Namco 22 folder inside your ROMs directory. Thanks for tuning in to this final Batocera update episode before version 42 drops. We need you to report as many bugs as you can so we have time to fix them. Don't forget to switch to the Butterfly build today. We're right on the doorstep of the final release. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon for the next video.